Right. The next chart we are going to talk about is called pie chart. Is the third one. Is the one I said I will come back to. I've discussed pictogram. We have discussed pictogram and bar chart, and I believe you understand the two.
Yes, sir.
Now let's talk about this. Pie chart. What is the meaning of pie chart? A pie chart can be defined as a circle, which is divided into sections with degrees. Pie chart can be defined as a circle that divided into sections or sectors with degree. Into sections or sectors with degrees. What does that mean? Let's break it down. If we are talking about pie chart, it deals with a circle. I mean, your information or data given to you, you are presenting them in a circle. And you presenting them in a circle, you use the degree of the circle, which is the sum of angles we have in a circle. And what is the sum of angle that we have in a circle? It's 360 degree. Angle at a point. Or the sum of angle we have. I believe everybody knows that. So most of the time when you're given information or data, and they want you to present data in what? In form of pie chart. If they don't tell you, they present your information in form of pie chart. You know that you are using 360 degree. Unless they say present it using percentage, or your answer should be in percentage. That is when you use times 100%. But if you are not talking about, if they not talk about percentage or this, present your information in what? In a pie chart. Don't present it in a what percentage? Pie chart deal with what? Degree, which is 360 degree. Do you understand? Yes. That's why I say pie chart is a circle. Do you understand? Which interpret our data in form of what? Diagram called circle. And interpret that circle with what? With the section given to us. So the section represent the informations. Do you understand? Any question on that? Now let's break this down. The number given to us, they give us each numbers of the items is the number. I'm giving you the formula now. Then over the total number, which is n. That means we are going to add all the number given to us. N. So how are we going to solve this? How are we going to calculate this if we want to calculate the pie chart using the information given? This is the formula. I'm going to show you how to get the formula. You see, the section that they will give you, they will not give you the circle. They will just give you normal information, the way they used to give you in written form and number. So each information, items, we have number. This is what we call number. Then you add all the numbers together. This is it here. Then you multiply it with 360 degree. Why do you multiply it with 360 degree? Is because you are presenting the information in. Like I said earlier, I said when you are writing the formula is very simple. The information given to you, that is the data. Each item has its own number. Each number of each item represents this X. Then you have the total number of all these items together, all the numbers, you add them together. So the total is N times the 360 degree. Where do you get this one? From the what? Circle. That is the sum of angle we have in a circle. Do you understand? Yes. You multiply it, then you get your answer. So your answer, final answer you get for every one of them will be in the degree. Are you getting my point? Yes. Like what do you call? Let me just explain that, but you don't need it. Like percentage is the same thing, but this time around it will not be 100. You multiply with 100. So your final answer will be in percentage. I believe you understand this. Yes. Okay. If you are multiplying, you understand your information. This you understand this. Each number of each item, the total of it. If you are multiplying with 360 degree, are you getting it? That means you are presenting your information in a circle. And the reason you use 360 degree because it's the sum of angle we have in a circle. So by the time you finish all the calculation, you have the degrees you get at the end of the day of each items. If you add them together, it must give you back your 360 degree. And that is when you plot. That's how you are going to draw your circle with the sectors. But this one, you understand, you don't need to, because you cannot measure using your protractor. You start to measure percentage. So this one, if they give you this one, maybe you just want to know the percentage of each item. So if they say calculate your information, what do you call it? Present this information in form of what do you call it, pie chart, you use this one. They say present the information using what do you call it? Percentage. This is what you are going to use. Do you understand? Yes. And sometimes in some objective, I've seen this one in past question objective a lot. Whereby they will give you the diagram. They will give you the degree. Let's say this one is yam, rice, beans,
Gary.
Beans, okay, let's say gari. Just that, and they will give you the degree.
Too much.
The first thing you are going to do is that add all this one together. It must give you 360 degree. I get to my point. They have given you this one. They will give you the total number. Total number that is not in degree. Maybe 72,000 something, maybe 800 something. They will give you. So but they will not give you each number of this. They will only give you the degree. Then it is the degree you are going to use. This formula you are going to use. Each degree, use the degree now. This is degree number over the what? 360 degree times the total number given to you. So your final answer now will be in what? In number, ordinary number, not degree. So these are the three ways of solving pie chart. But number one is this. Then the second one is this one. Do you understand? Yes. Any question on that? What are the materials needed when you want to solve or when you are solving pie chart or when you are presenting your information in form of what? Pie chart. The first one you need what they call the compass. I believe you have seen compass before. Yes, sir. I don't know if someone have a mathematical set here. Okay, nobody. Compass. That is where you are going to put your pencil, a short pencil, not long one. So that when you are drawing, what do we use it for? We use it to draw circle. You understand? And when you are drawing it, you understand, make sure that that compass is tight, is not loose. Then the pencil is not long, so that when you are drawing your circle, it won't be touching your fingers or your hand. Do you understand? For example, just bring it up, don't worry. So this is it. Here are examples of compass. So those of you that have not seen this before, this is it. Then you put your pencil here. You understand? You tighten. You check this if it's tight. Then you draw your. This is how to draw it. You don't need to use all your fingers. So you use this one to draw your. You can draw any size of what? Circle. No problem. Then we have the next one. We call it what? Protractor. You need that. And what is that protractor? I'm going to show you now. Protractor is in form of semicircle. It's in your mathematical set. It's in form of semicircle. Okay? Give me. It's in form of semicircle. These examples of what? Protractor. Do you see it? These examples of protractor is in form of what? Semicircle. What are you going to see in your protractor? Look at the information. In your circle, we said that total number of what? Total degree of your circle is 360 degrees. Have you? If you divide 360 degrees into 2, you are going to have 180. And if you check it is 2. Some of our go on the straight line. It's 180. Have you? Yes. 180 plus 180 will give you 360 degrees. Yes. Now, if you bring this one out, you are going to have something shaped like protractor, which is semicircle. Yes. Now, in this place, if you check your protractor, you will see that there's a county there, which is the number in degrees. If you divide 180 divided by 2, you are going to have 90 degrees. Yes. And if I divide this one, I can divide with a straight line. You give me my 90 degree here, 90 degrees. So this place is 90 degrees. If you check your protractor, yes. This line is 90 degrees. Then we have other lines there. Now here we have two numbers there, like other two. We have 0 and we have 180. We have 0. Let me see. We have 180. We have 0. Do you understand? Yes, so what does that mean? It means that you can do your measurements. Sorry. After you have drawn the calculation and everything, you will draw your circle with your compass. By the time you draw your, draw your circle with your compass, or after you have drawn your circle with your compass, then you take your protractor. That is when you need your protractor. Before you start using your protractor, draw any radius to any circumference. I believe you know what they call circumference of that circle. So you can draw it like if you like. Draw it like radius, not diameter. Radius, do you see it? Draw it anywhere you like. So after the radius has been drawn, then you take your protractor. In this protractor, let's go back to the explanation. In your protractor, you will see 0 degree. Then if you want to measure it from here, Is everything 180 degree? Is 0 degree 180 degree? Now you can measure from here to here. You can also measure from here to here. That is clockwise and anti-clockwise. In the two sides. It depends on you. That's why I say if you draw your radius in any way, you will still get it. Someone may be mentioning like this, other person will be mentioning like you will still get it. Just make sure that you set it very well. How are you going to set it? There's this line, there's a point here where this point, this point is where where you are going to place it at the center of your circle. Then there's a line that goes to that 0 or 180 degree. So if as I'm using this line now, you will place this compass here like this. I believe you can see that. You place it like this. So that particular line, 90 line, and the center will be at the center of my circle. Do you understand? Then you trace it. The radius you drew on the circle, that line on your protractor also must rest on it. Must place it on it. Are you getting it? If you don't place it on it, you give you wrong degree. So you must place it on it. By the time you place it on it, then you start the measurement. And what is that measurement? Then whatever you want to draw. Let's assume that you want to draw 70 degree. Then you are starting from here. It's 0. Then you start. You count it 0, 10. By the time you see it's 0, you see 0, 170. And you see 10. Because you're starting from 0, it is 10 you will use. That line you will use. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Don't follow the line of 170, you get wrong answer, please. That one is for the other side. Do you understand? Do you understand? So that is for the measurement. That's how you are going to. So by the time you draw the first one, the second one will now be the line. Let's assume that this is it. This is my 70 degree. You know, this is my 0 before when I started drawing. So now this new line will be my 0 now. Then I will place my what? My protractor. You see it? That's how I'll be turning it until I get until I draw the final line. Do you understand? By the time you draw the second to the final item, when you draw second to the final item line, the last one you don't need to draw it to give you accurate number of the last degree if your measurement is correct. Do you understand? Yes. Any question on that? Cut that first.